Good afternoon, student. In today's lecture, we are going to revise what we have discussed during the last lecture, and also in today's lecture, we are going to discuss what is inductive approach, what is deductive approach, what is hypothesis, and uh, before that cover we will revise what is uh, different types of research that we have discussed during last lecture. Just we will revise. In previous lecture we have seen what is definition of research. Research means you have to search for. Means again and again. Search means to find out something. The following process: you have to observe the phenomena, you have to collect the data, you have to analyze the data, and based on which you have to give conclusion. That is nothing but the research. Apart from that, we have discussed last lecture the various definitions of research. Search for knowledge. Research means also discovering the truth. It is a search for knowledge through objective and systematic method for finding solution to the problems. We also discuss it is carried out for discovering new facts, and also you have to verify the facts which have already discovered. This is also called as a systematic process in which in-depth study is carried out, a search for any particular topic, subject or area of investigation which is backed by collection, computation, presentation and interpretation of relevant data. All this is about research. We have also seen how what should be the objective of research. The objective of research is to discover the answers, to find the truth, to portray accurately the characteristics of particular individual, situation or groups, and also to determine the frequency with which something occurs. Means you will not only able to understand the events, but also you will able to predict the events based on the data. That is the power of research. Okay, so then why people do research? What is the purpose or what is the motivation behind to do research? First, to get a research degree, to face the challenge in solving the unsolved problems, and to desire to get intellectual joy of doing some creative works, and also the desire to be a service to society and desire to get respectability. Due to this research, a research scholar or a PG student will able to solve society's problems, and he or she will get enjoy a intellectual joy of doing some creative works, and also get respect. Because if you do research, it means you are going to publish research papers in journals and conferences, and you will get a credit for your research. You will get a patent based on this research, and those scientists are recognized by government or education institutes and industry, and they get a respect due to their research work. Okay, so apart from that, in last lecture we have discussed the classifications in research. Basic research is a research which add in a organized body of scientific knowledge. It does not necessarily produce the immediate or practical value results. All the basic science, for example, in India there is one institute, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, where the most of the fundamental works or basic research work is carried out. It may not solve immediate or the problem which is having practical relevance, but they will add or they will contribute in a scientific knowledge that is required for they it may have applications after years or after some time. And applied research is undertaken to solve the immediate problem of society, and the goal of adding to a scientific knowledge or secondary knowledge. A common mistake that levels according to the complexity that basic research tend to be complex and applied research is a quite complex. It is the assumption. Some people think that basic research is very difficult, and some people think that applied level research is complex, because but in realistic it depends on the problem. Okay, it not depends on what type of research it is. There many times the basic research may be very simple or very fundamental, and it is very easy to reach at conclusion or to withdraw conclusion. And sometimes in applied research it may be more complex. Okay, all but applied research purpose is to solve immediate problem, to contribute in scientific knowledge is a secondary to applied level research. We already discussed this, and we have also seen the different types of research: descriptive research versus analytical research, applied research versus fundamental research, qualitative versus quantitative research, conceptual versus empirical research, and some other type of research we are also discussed. In descriptive research, basically it includes scientific surveys or the fact finding inquiries, especially when the variables or the factors are not in a researcher's control. At that time you have to analyze what is the event, or what are the factors responsible, or to understand in more detail which are the factors, which are the causes for the event. Okay, cause and relationship, this is important, and especially surveys are comes under descriptive research. Also in social, the major purpose of this descriptive research is to describe the state of affairs as it exists at present. Okay, what is the present situation they are going to describe, so that the researcher will understand the event, or the just one of my MTech student has done a descriptive research. In her problem she has identified that the identification of the factors for dissipation, dissemination of solar energy for solar cooking. In her problem she has identified that there are different demographic factors. For example, whether they are in rural areas or in urban areas, whether they are, what type of economic background they are having, what is the salary of their family, and how much they are concerned about environment. Apart from that, socio-culture factor, whether the neighbors are recognizing the solar energy utilization, how much the neighbors think about this, and also apart from that, the technological factor, commercial factor, various factors she has considered and identified the things which are responsible for the dissipation of solar energy. Actually, and this is done by using descriptive survey, and this helps for the researcher that what we exactly do, so that there is a flourishing, or the people will use more solar energy. As you know that even today the household purpose gas is has increased their salary by rupees 35, means they are making the cost is increasing day by day of the fuels, and the solar energy is free. Especially in India, a lots of solar energy is available for more period as compared to others. So, and especially in Maharashtra, the solar energy available uh, throughout the year is more, and we have to utilize it. And this type of research where you have to identify the customer's need, or the state of affairs at present is search by descriptive survey. Especially social science and business research is quite often to use this term descriptive research. The main characteristics of this method is the researcher has no control over the variables. He can only report what happened and what is happening. Okay, the as it is, the situation as it is reported in descriptive research. And in case also, the most ex facto research projects are used for descriptive studies, where researcher seeks to measure the items, or we can say the factors or their contents, and also the frequency of shopping, means how why the preference of the people for that particular product or service, and how much they purchase. Okay, this type of similar data can be collected by using descriptive research. This method of research utilized in descriptive research are survey methods. And then next comes analytical research. Analytical research, on the other hand, has to use facts or information already available and analyzes these to make critical evaluation of the material. Suppose the same student C has worked on the concept evaluation of the solar cookers available in the market. Already a data is available, and what she did, she has compared the 4 solar cookers based on the data available. For example, their technical data as well as commercial data, the availability of cost, their different parameters, and based on the evaluation, she has calculated a number for each cooker. Its cooker's performance is calculated, and after calculating each performance of each cooker, she can compare the solar cooker. This type of work is a analytical research, where already the facts or information about the product and service is available, and you are evaluating critically, and based on which you are deciding which is number 1, which is number 2, which is number 3, or whatever the calculations you are doing, that is based on the information or the facts available. Then we can say that analytical research. I think you have understood it better. Already we have discussed this during our last lecture. Okay, so what I have covered, we have covered what we have revised during the last lecture, as well as what are the different types of research. Main is your applied research, and next is applied research, and after that we have discussed descriptive research, which is usually a survey method to describe the event, and second is analytical research, especially numerical or the data which is available with us. Researcher is using for critically evaluating the things. Suppose I think